Listen, a woman wrote to the advice columnist at Slate with a pretty interesting dilemma. She says her husband is too much of a feminist. Okay, so she says he's caught up in the idea that masculinity is dangerous and won't even let their boys play sports. Jess, is this a thing, to be too feminist?
Well, I think this guy is, bear with me, I think he might be overcorrecting just a tad. Do you know what I mean? Like overcorrecting for centuries and centuries. Maybe of toxic masculinity. And you just feel like, Bubs, it's not all on your shoulders. Like you can cool it down and just let your daughter sort of be. Let her exist. Let her figure something out. It's almost like an extreme form of helicopter parenting.
Yeah.
Mm. But I will say, like, it's such an extreme scare me. Like, on any side of the political spectrum, any side of emotions. Like, if you've ever met someone who's just constantly filled with joy, like, do you trust them? I don't. Like, I don't trust those people.
Bah humbug over there.
Oh, like 100% filled with joy. You do? It's an extreme. It's an extreme.
Sure.
Run away from them. Run away.
There's no humor, there's no sarcasm, there's no edge.
There's no anger, there's no sadness.
There's no anger.
Yeah.
There's no humanity. Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know. I read this story and I didn't feel that. Because I said, okay, great.
Because you're full of joy.
I don't see anything. I'm just full of joy.
You don't find it extreme.
I just feel like if the pendulum has to swing, if the pendulum from raising our girls in a patriarchal society has to swing to this extent, there's worse things in the world that could happen.
Yeah.
That's the way that I look. I'll tell you why. I know. I'm going to convince you. Just wait.
Okay.
Because you're like this. I don't think so. To me, it doesn't actually seem extreme. Do I think the dad has some issues? Yes. Because he seemingly has had a bit of a hard time growing up with men
he's had a hard
in his
time.
life.
Yeah.
And so he has seen the sign of toxic masculinity in his life. But isn't the very definition of parenting, your child brings to you, consciously or unconsciously, all of your neuroses, and you're like, and I have to parent through these. And that's why you call your therapist, because your therapist is going to help you through. I don't see the negative side yet of what this father is doing. It's like telling me, Melissa, you're eating too much broccoli. It's okay. I'm really healthy. It's okay.
That's an interesting analogy.
Too much broccoli. I mean, Bruce Lee, for example, apparently died of too much water. There is too much of things.
There's
too much
too
of good
much.
things.
But is he really? Okay, let's tell you some of the things.
Have a sip of water.
No.
I want to hear.
Is it too much? He's chosen to put his girls in all girls schools and his boys in all boys schools.
No, not in all boys schools.
Sorry, not in all boys schools.
Yeah, in co-ed. Yeah.
Public co-ed.
So far, the only thing that I think is
co-ed.
too much is that he's decided that sports is too toxic, and so the boys are not playing sports. They're doing piano and art and all of these other things. Is that the worst thing that we're hearing this father do?
No, I think
they're not playing sports, so everybody stop the press. Come on.
I think the worst thing is that he claims to be a capital F feminist, and yet apparently his wife has no say.
There you go. Thank you.
Their chickens are being raised. Always be suspect.
It's like, honey, shut up. I want my daughter to be a good feminist.
Yeah, daddy's got this, you know? Like, always be suspect of a man who drapes himself in the feminist flag to sort of
Tell you what to do.
Tell you what's up.
To mansplain, basically.
Yeah, to mansplain.
He's mansplaining.
That's it. So if she has such an issue with it, which she clearly does, she's writing into an advice columnist, and he's clearly seems to be poo-pooing away some of her concerns.
Yeah.
I don't know how much of a feminist he can claim to be.
Yeah, I mean, I feel it's true.
I don't know.
And he says he's doing all this research, right? But I think he's going to research his way out of this marriage. Like, he doesn't have enough fun to be married to.
Hey there, wasn't that great? Do you know where you can find some equally good content? Our YouTube page. It's filled with discussions, debates, and some laughs. Head there now, like and subscribe.